And finally, we are live, folks. Sorry about that. We were having YouTube and cap card problems, or whatever the problem was, but we finally got it solved. I am playing host for today, as this is Ness and Crystal's show. It's Crime Syndicate. Guys, you want to say anything before we go on in?
Yay! We got it fixed.
I believe we're good to go now, yeah.
Well, the production crew.
It's all good. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It's all good, man.
Yes.
So let me switch over to the music window.
Oh, wow. And the engine just started.
Yeah. Start your engines.
All right, everybody mute.
And once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, folks. We had some technical difficulties that we had to get taken care of. But we're good to go now. Once again, I am your host, Ness, alongside Crystal, a.k.a. Star Fox, and this is the Crime Syndicate.
Welcome all to the Crime Syndicate. First of all, shout out to our new subscribers, and don't forget to tell your friends, and make sure you follow us on the Twitter, on the YouTube, on the Facebook. The links will be provided in the description of this video. Don't be afraid to leave us comments, please. We like feedback. Tell us what you like more of, and what you don't like, or what you like less of. Stalk us, annoy us. Okay, don't annoy us, but yeah, do all that stuff. So, today we are going to be delving into part 2 of our Bill Cosby coverage. I'm sorry, of the... I'm trying to talk, hold on. Coverage of the Bill Cosby case.
Yes.
This is part 2 of our series.
Where we get a little more in-depth. Last week it was just a general reactions video to the sentence hearing.
Yes. Now we are going to be delving into the documentary, The Fall of an American Icon. Which is very good, by the way.
Boy, oh boy, what a fall it was. Wow.
Yes.
Where to begin?
Let's see. Well, let's start at the beginning.
Go ahead.
This man is classified, but is classified as a serial rapist. He started in 1964. So 50 years. Can you imagine 50 years? And women keeping their silence for that long? 50 years. And he was hiding behind... Bill Cosby was hiding behind his persona, his celebrity. It was all smoke and mirrors, as they say.
Oh, yeah. He built up such a seemingly impenetrable reputation that you would have never suspected this man of such a horrific act.
No, because, as everyone puts it, he was America's dad.
Yeah.
You know,
he was not just America's dad. He was Black America's dad.
Yep. And he was the first man to ever, first black African American man to ever be a television star.
Yeah. I mean, he was such an icon in the late '60s to early '70s that he was associated with the elites, with the Hugh Hefners of the world, and everybody. He was a crossover star back in a time period where minorities weren't really crossover stars in the entertainment industry back in those days.
Correct. It was very hard for African Americans to get any type of job which was entertainment related. But he did it.
Yes. Very well, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he was very, very family friendly, so his content was for everyone.
Yes.
And it played very well. Very, very well.
Yeah. It really, really did. And I hate to say this, but it was the way he masked himself was evil genius.
Oh, absolutely.
In some weird way.
As I just said, you would have never suspected this man of these things.
Right.
Now, Andrea Constance, which is the woman who took him to trial, she was one of 6 women testified at that trial. The other 5 women were outlined in the documentary.
Yes.
Some of them were Playboy models. Some of them were actresses, up-and-coming actresses.
Mm-hmm. Yep. One of them was even on the Cosby Show.
Yes, she made an appearance on one of the episodes yeah.
Which is baffling to me.
You would have never, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You would have never known.
He was he was a mentor and a father figure to these people. Specifically, the actress that we're talking about here, Lillian Bernard. She saw him as a mentor, as a father figure. So she would have never suspected that he would do this to her.
Right. Yeah, and the messed up thing is about this whole thing is that he drugged her.
Mm-hmm. That was his MO. He would sedate him and then rape him.
Yes. He drugged all his victims.
Oh, yeah.
With alcohol, and there was even an instance where he put down a pill beside this glass and told this woman to drink it.
Mind you, Lillian Bernard doesn't drink. She didn't drink.
Right.
She wasn't a drinker. So she didn't want to, but
right.
With the admiration that she had for him, she figured, okay, well, he has my best interest in mind.
Correct. Yeah.
Then she recounts basically passing out, and then when she came to, she felt paralyzed. She couldn't move, and she felt Bill Cosby on top of her.
In a hotel room suite.
Yeah.
On a carpet. It was a carpet.
Mm-hmm.
How humiliating is that? But then to have the courage to come
if
forward.
I'm not mistaken, didn't he send her home in a cab after that?
Yes.
Huh. Look at that. Go ahead, you were gonna say.
To come forward after 25 years. There are some women who held their silence for 50 years. And they finally said, oh, he did this to me.
Now, obviously, one of the questions that came out when this whole thing broke was, why did they wait so long?
As a woman, I can say that the reason why women wait so long is because there's lots of factors, mainly fear, being ashamed of what had happened to them, their admiration for this man who they thought was a father figure.
Yeah. Bill Cosby was a godlike figure to these people. I mean, whether, to one extent or another, he was a godlike figure.
Right. He could do no wrong in their eyes. And then when he did, it was a shock.
It was jarring. Yeah, it was like, whoa, what happened here? Like I just got blindsided.
Yeah, literally.
Now, the Andrea Constance case was reopened.
Mm-hmm.
But originally, there was a settlement of an undisclosed amount of money at an undisclosed location. This is where he admitted to doing what he did.
Yep. In a hotel in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm. And all of the other victims had the exact same account that Andrea Constance had.
Yeah. You can't make this stuff up.
Man. No. I mean, one after the other after the other.
Yeah. And you can't say that it's for money. Because it's not.
No.
It's for justice.
No.
These women have a voice and they used it.
As difficult as it was for them to do that, they did it. They came out and spoke out. Because it had to be done. He had gotten away with this for far too long. Let's get that clear. He got away with this far too long, As I said last week, man, Bill Cosby is not a victim of racial bias at all in this criminal justice. The only racial bias was in the court of public opinion. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
Now that there are going to be some people who, are going to say, "Oh, but he didn't do it."
There are people to this day that still think he didn't do it.
Yeah. I don't know how when the evidence is stacked up.
It's overwhelming evidence. It's overwhelming evidence against him. I mean, Stevie Wonder could see that he's guilty.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's saying a lot.
And I understand, this man had he did so well hiding behind his false persona of this model citizen, model dad, godlike figure, that you wouldn't think that he'd be capable of such things. That's how it is. When you like somebody, you give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Yep. But it just goes to show you that celebrity or not, you never know who a person really is, right?
No. What was it that stood out to you in that documentary the most? What stood out to you the most?
Lots of things, but the one thing that stood out to me was the courage that these women had to go in front of total strangers, not just it was not in front of a courtroom, this was in front of the press, which can turn things upside down in a minute.
in front of the press and in front of the world, basically.
Yes, and say, this man did this to me.
Yeah.
That's what stood
And
out.
every account was exactly the same.
Yes.
To the T.
Yeah.
Debunking any conspiracy theories that he was framed.
Yeah, and that's what baffles me. And
Listen,
he's a monster.
the devil is a liar, but he ain't that good of a liar.
No. Because you will get found out sooner or later.
Obviously, the statute of limitations had run out on the majority of the women who came forward.
Right.
But all the stories were exactly the same. Very vivid, very detailed, and the outcome was exactly the same. The stories were exactly the same.
Yes, and my opinion has changed. I said last week that they shouldn't have sent him to prison. But
After watching that, yeah.
after watching that, he deserves it.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I said last week I have no problem. I didn't think
No.
they would send him to prison, but I get it.
Yeah, I do too.
I get it.
Yeah, and another thing, and this has something to do with his wife, is how could you stand by and say he didn't do it? I mean, I get it. You don't want to believe it, right?
No, I mean, this was her husband, her life partner. Like, it. Whew. You don't want to believe someone that significant to you would be capable of such things. It's just like, nah. So I can't knock her for that.
No, but he also cheated on her.
Oh, numerous times, of course.
Yes. Yeah. And like we said last week, his family wasn't there.
No, they were not there for the sentencing, no.
No.
And, he basically admitted this in 2005 in a deposition.
Yes.
And
Yep.
it really took me aback when I found that out. I'm like, wow, he just basically said, yeah! As if there was nothing wrong with what he was doing.
Because he thought in his head that he wasn't going to get caught because it was going to be sealed forever.
Well,
and all he would have to do was pay this person off.
He didn't think he was wrong. He didn't think he was doing anything wrong.
Nope.
Because usually when you know you're doing something wrong, and you know it, and you're sure that what you're doing is wrong, you deny it. He didn't deny this.
No, not at all. He said, I did it. I drugged those women. I raped them.
That was a very detailed deposition as to what he admitted to. Like, he just basically said, yeah, I did this, so what? What's wrong with
Who cares? Who cares?
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Right. Yep.
Which is unusual in these cases, because usually people usually deny these things, like Judge Brett Kavanaugh over there.
Oh, yes.
I mean, you want to talk about a denial. I categorically and unequivocally deny. Okay, yeah. Man. We get it. No, but Bill, not Mr. Cosby. Mr. Cosby said, yep, I did it. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
Reference to Bob Marley over there. But serial rapists think like that.
Yeah, they don't think they're doing anything wrong.
It doesn't matter what type of serial rapist it is. Whether it's adult or child. They think that there's nothing wrong with what they're doing.
Yeah. Which in and of itself is a psychological disorder, clearly.
It is. It is. And they also get off on the control, on the power of doing what they're doing.
Imposing their will. That's what they
Yeah.
They get their jollies from imposing their will on people.
Yeah.
They prey on people that are vulnerable. They prey, In Bill Cosby's case, he used his celebrity to his advantage.
Correct. Yep. And he imposed his will on those people who respected him and trusted him.
Yeah.
Which is what serial rapists do.
They trusted him, they respected him, they admired him, they even idolized him.
Yeah, and I hate to say this, but he was grooming Lillian.
Yeah. She was an up-and-coming actress, and, she wanted to learn from Bill Cosby.
Yeah. And what happens? Same thing with serial killers. They groom their victims.
Now, Lillian Bernard went back to Bill after the fact and said to him, "Hey, I'm gonna report this." In which he said to her, "Go ahead."
"I will erase you. You do not exist. You're dead to me." Which basically means you'll never get an acting job.
Or worse.
Or worse.
Or worse.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah. He basically threatened to not just kill her career, but basically her. Like, hey, you open your mouth, that's it. I'll get rid of you. And nobody will find the body.
Yep,
basically.
Pretty much. But thank goodness he never did that.
And for the record, Andrea Constance, which is the woman whose statute of limitations did not run out yet, didn't want to come forward again with this retrial.
No.
What happened was all these women went to, what was the name of that lawyer? Gloria
Allred.
They went to her, and she basically got this case reopened.
Yeah.
She opened up Pandora's box.
And she's a women's rights activist.
She's a women's rights activist.
Mm-hmm.
She opened up Pandora's box, and the rest is history. This is something that needed to be dealt with. It was long overdue. And it was finally dealt with. There's no other way to put it.
Nope. None.
Mr. Cosby is not a victim at all here.
Oh no.
Far from it.
He is not. He's a monster who finally got caught.
Right now he's old and decrepit. He's 81, I get it. He looks like a sympathetic figure right now, but he's not.
I mean, come on. The guy was going to do another sitcom on NBC in 2014, I believe it was, or 2015, something around there.
That's right around 2014.
He was gonna go on tour.
Mm-hmm. He was gonna continue on with this dirty little secret still hidden in or so he thought.
And I hate to say this, but what if he's not sick?
Yeah, he probably is.
You think?
Well, he's definitely sick for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's definitely sick.
Okay.
Like, as we said last week, he's not going to reoffend anymore. Like, he's not capable of that no more.
No. But he is not somebody to look upon with sympathy.
But
don't let his looks fool you.
it is really, really sad to see this legacy just go down in flames like this.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the Cosby Show isn't the Cosby Show anymore, you know?
No, it's not.
And that's sad.
Listen, Heathcliff Huxtable is a character on television, folks. That's not Bill Cosby.
No. Not at all. I think it was who Bill Cosby wanted to be but couldn't attain it.
You might be right. You might be right.
That's my opinion. He couldn't do it.
Wow.
So he decided to do a show about it.
If you do want to watch another Cosby Show, you could watch A Different World. He's not on that one. He was behind. He only produced that one. He wasn't.
Oh, really?
He didn't star in it. Yeah.
Isn't that the one with
Jasmine Guy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's her. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
He's not on that one.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think we covered about everything we needed to cover. Do you have anything to add?
Yes, no about it. There's nothing
Okay.
to debate. It is what it is. It's unfortunate. Again, it's like I said last week. It's like when Mo and I talk about Chris Benoit and reminisce on those matches. We just can't. It's not the same. Same thing here.
Yeah, because you have he did what he did, you know. And it's the same. Yeah. You're right. It's the same thing, and it's sad.
It's hard
this
to
whole thing
it's
is
hard
sad.
to overlook this. Yeah.
It is. It is.
Because if we put this aside for a minute, you know, he was funny.
He was funny.
Not tears running down your face funny, but
no,
it was funny. You know, his sarcastic delivery and the way he would say things. Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, that's what made him funny.
Yeah.
That's, he was not Richard Pryor funny. No, he was funny.
No, he wasn't Red Fox funny either. No.
No, or what's his name? George Carlin?
George Carlin. Oh my God, George Carlin.
Yeah, he wasn't that funny.
No.
But he was funny.
Yeah.
He was a good actor?
He was, yeah. You know. It's just a shame now that his legacy has now been gone up in flames.
Yeah, and speaking of another comedian, you could think of Robin Williams as well.
Wow, yeah.
Robin Williams was a great actor. He was really funny. His impressions were great. They were legendary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah,
what tainted that was the fact that he committed suicide. Look at Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman was the same way. He was the guy who played Latka on Taxi.
It's a shame. Yeah. It's a shame. It really is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
You have anything else to add?
No, I don't. I think we about covered it.
All right. Go ahead and take us out.
For ENT Hooligans, I'm Star Fox, and like I said, leave us comments, feedbacks. Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Don't forget to tell your friends. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your baby mama, tell your baby mama's friends. Oh wait, you don't want to do that. That might be
tell everybody, y'all. Tell everybody.
But tell everybody. Yeah, tell everybody. For ENT Hooligans, I'm Star Fox or Crystal. He's Ness, and thanks for tuning in. And tomorrow, tune in to Sports Vista. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, the barbershop will be open tomorrow, y'all.
It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Stay tuned, y'all. God bless y'all. Peace.
Thank you for listening to ENT Hooligans, your entertainment hub.